I know I have some spider videos to watch. So spider warning. Spider warning, if you do not like spiders, we're gonna probably be learning. I think these are Australian specific spiders, which means they're like even scarier. Okay, here we go.
This spider is a vampire. Just not the way you think it is. This adorable little guy is literally called a vampire spider. And
wait, when I skipped this one the other day, I didn't know the spider was gonna be that cute. Holy shit. That was so cute.
As you may expect, for something named after Dracula, it craves one thing.
Blood.
Just one teeny little problem with that. They can't fucking get it themselves. You see, vampire spiders are a species of jumping spider. And jumping spiders basically never bite people or other mammals. Second off, they don't even have the right equipment to get your blood out.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Because I didn't call it a little guy for nothing. They are only a completely average 0.3 inches wide. They straight do not have the strength or length to penetrate your skin. So that begs the question, where the fuck do they get their blood? I mean, what could a spider possibly get its hands on that carries human blood? Gotcha. Yeah, it's fucking mosquitoes.
Oh my god, fuck mosquitoes.
Specifically target these annoying fuckers, but not just mozzies in general. No, they wait for them to bite something first. And then, once they've completed the blood heist and try to make off with the goods, the vamp spider hits the mozzie with a "The f*** do you think you're going, cunt?" and jumps it, murdering the mosquito and sucking the blood out as a sweet treat. I guess if it's a vampire that kills vampires, it's less Dracula and more a blade spider.
Okay. That spider's cute. Look how cute. I think jumping spiders are adorable. I guess the other night I just didn't realize it was a little jumping spider. Look at it. Oh my god. Okay. We missed another spider. We saw that spider. We missed the sunfish.
This spider is a vampire.
Something weird is happening. This is not a spider. This is not a
way
sunfish.
You think it is.
This is not what.
This spider is a vampire.
You know what?
Aries is decently blind.
This is not his shorts. I swear I know how to do this. I swear. What is happening?
This is the world's most.
We did this one.
This is This spider throws its webs.
We did this one. Okay.
This bird. This is the world's most useless fish.
You stupid.
No, not.
Yeah, mate, that aquatic pancake is a mola. Found wasting its life in oceans around the world, and a contender for the most dog shit fish build in the 7 seas. You see,
leave it alone.
Are huge, measuring at 4 meters from fin to fin, and absolutely atomizing the scales at 2,300 kilos, putting it firmly in the same weight class as a fucking F-150.
Holy shit, that's a big fish.
There is, however, a problem with that size. That is all it's good at. It spent every available stat point on being a giant floating satellite dish at the cost of spending its life as a useless fucking punching bag. To start with, the thing can't even swim properly. Their fins, specifically their tail, is tiny compared to the rest of their body, which makes them so shit at maneuvering. The only thing they can fucking eat is jellyfish and plankton, because those don't dodge. Speaking of food, you may have noticed that in all of these photos, its mouth is open. That's because it...
He is trying his best. Listen, he didn't ask to be that way. He's trying his best. He's just being a little fish.
doesn't f***ing close. God has cursed the f***ing thing to permanently pog. Oh, but evolution is not done f***ing the sunfish yet. Because funnily enough, being the size of the average American meal, while having the defensive capabilities of a Tickle Me Elmo, makes these things perfect targets for predators. Most of the time, animals just take f***ing bites out of them, realise they taste like shit, and then swim off, leaving a hole in their head, which somehow doesn't kill them.
What the fuck?
Ibuprofen? I got a headache.
That disgusting flavour is probably due to the 50 f***ing parasite species living on its body, but flavour doesn't matter to sea lions, who will rip their f***ing fins off and play frisbee with them. And if you thought it couldn't get any worse, they will often swim to the surface to warm themselves up and let birds eat the parasites off of them, where they are promptly hit by a boat. Their only saving grace is that they don't process pain because their brain is the size of a testicle. They are blissfully unaware that they spend their entire f***ing life getting jumped. Like that! Like that! This is the...
You know, at least they don't know. For some reason, I thought this was a sunfish. I don't know why. I think it's the shape of it. But he is trying his best. Look at him. Also, sea lions are so cute. Like, yes, it's terrifying that they tear their fins off and use them as frisbees, but like, they're so cute. They're little dogs, you know? Oh, hi, goth girls. Hello. Oh, Clammy, we watched the Kakapo, the bird, the parrot one. We watched that one the other day. It was very good.
BMW, yeah, the car company, has an emu farm.
Thank you for the follows.
What the f*** do the Germans want with our steroid chickens? Well, you see, a lot of complex parts have to come together to build a car. I mean, your transmission, your engine, I would say indicators, but we are talking about BMW here. However, the first thing you'll notice about a car is usually the simplest: the paint. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how nice your car is. If the paint's peeling off like a banana, people are going to assume it's a fucking shitbox. And that's why car companies put a lot of time and research into making sure the paint stays on your car while you slide it sideways into a tree. One of the best ways to do that is fucking clean it. See, anything that isn't wiped off the car gets stuck under the paint when it's applied, which fucks up adhesion.
Oh, I recently got a new car. This is just another reason. This is just another reason for me to clean it all the time, right?
By moving around. And even the tiniest particles of dust can fuck it all up. So, the Germans pondered, what is the best way to make sure every panel is spotless? And the answer they landed on is a giant fuck-off duster made of Australia's favourite feathered war criminals. And it wasn't just BMW that found this out, but Audi as well. Now, Audi gets their Dino Turkey feathers from the source, shipping directly from the land down under.
¿Quieres?
Now, BMW used to do the same thing, till someone at head office had a thought. Hang on, f*** the feathers. If we ship over 4 emus and place them in a grid, infinite feather source. And so they airdropped Australia's big birds onto a farm in Bavaria, where a small sleeper cell of Australia's most wanted resides to this day. The funny part of this to me is that BMW went so far as shipping kaiju turkeys to make the paint on their cars look good, just for some TikToker to buy it for clout, wrap it bright purple, and then crash it into a fucking wall. BMW.
Oh my god. Also, hi,
I didn't realize that drawing characters in perspective.
Himmy.
This monkey is getting.
We
this
watched that
pig
one. We
went
watched this one.
octopuses. Australian people hate this groundhog.
No.
I'm like, what is it me for?
Well, because this is no ordinary hog. This distinguished gentleman is Punxsutawney Phil, a resident of the US of A, specifically the town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where he has a very important job. He predicts the weather. And he does it through the Groundhog Day ceremony. But what the f*** is that? Well, basically, every year on the 2nd of February, crowds gather at the Gobbler's Knob. Stop laughing. It's a very serious ceremony. Quit it. And then, at dawn, the unbelievably dripped out inner circle of the Groundhog Club retrieve the allegedly 140-year-old Phil from his knob. Phil then...
Why are they so dressed up? Like, I know it's a big ceremony. Like, I remember the first time I heard about this, I think I was in kindergarten, and I was like, what do you mean a groundhog decides if it's gonna be hot or cold? What do you mean? But like, man, they're also dressed up. Oh, Clammy, you don't know this? Yes, this is a big thing in America.
selects a scroll from the tip of the knob based on whether or not he saw his shadow when being yanked from his home. And if he did see his shadow, winter will last for 6 more weeks.
Yep.
And this year, Phil has predicted 6 more weeks of Mayolt. And for some reason, this year, that prediction has royally pissed off many people online. See, I just think he's doing his fucking job. But the tweet that shared his prediction has some of the most angry yet fucking hilarious responses. And I made this video to read you the best of them. Turn him into a steak.
No!
That groundhog is going in the microwave. If I saw Punxsutawney Phil, I would punt him like a football. And
He didn't ask for this responsibility, you know. He didn't ask for that. He's just chilling and America is like, come on, tell us if it's gonna be hot or cold for the next 6 weeks.
last but not least, POV, you are the deep fryer at Raising Cane.
No. Oh my god.
People so
I love groundhogs. We have some at work. And so at work, I'm the boss. But I have a board of directors, and the board of directors wanted to get rid of them, like kill them. I worked my ass off for months to make sure those groundhogs could like stay at work. I had to get them out of the basement of the house. All kinds of shit. I love groundhogs. They're so cute. And they don't do anything. Let them eat their grubs. Let them eat their little snacks.
scientists have created a new fish. And the best part is that it was a fucking accident. You see, this is a sturtlefish. And it is found absolutely fucking nowhere in the wild. No, this genetic accident is a nature mod produced exclusively in a single facility in Savosh, Hungary. You see, the sturtlefish is a cross between the Russian sturgeon and the American paddlefish. And in the wild, the only way that hookup's happening is Discord, because they live on opposite sides of the fucking planet.
Hello, princess.
But this ain't the wild. This is Hungary's Fishing and Aquaculture Institute, Haki, where a group of researchers is trying to figure out how the fuck to repopulate the critically endangered Russian sturgeon, using a neat trick called gynogenesis. But, what the f is that? Well, you see, usually, when sturgeons reproduce, the females lay a shitload of eggs in the water, which are then, fertilised by the males. This fertilisation requires two of the same species to tango, with 50% of the offspring DNA being contributed from the egg and 50% from the source. In gynogenesis, 100% of the offspring's DNA is contributed by the mother. Now, because sturgeons can't do this naturally, the researchers hatched a plan. They would take sperm from the far less endangered American paddlefish and microwave that shit with UV radiation.
What?
The DNA it carries, but still allowing it to stimulate the egg into growing without the father's DNA. And thus, gynogenesis. But, there's a problem. The paddlefish was just a little too genetically similar to the sturgeon, and they did not leave the swimmers in the microwave long enough. So instead of a bunch of perfect little sturgeon babies, we got the sturtlefish, which is a literal genetic dead end. It is incapable of reproducing. I feel bad for it. It was an accident and it gets no bitches. Abysmal existence, RNG.
Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it.
Oh my god. It does. It looks funny. Jurassic Park, yes. Also, thank you for the follow.
This fish will choke you. Just not the way you think. See, this is a hagfish found worldwide under the sea, and this thing has one of the most fucking disgusting defense mechanisms on the planet. You see, when I say choke, you probably think I mean they loop that pool noodle-shaped body around your neck and squeeze. You are wrong. No, these guys are piss-weak scavengers that average out to about the size of a Subway footlong, and despite having a f***ing face hugger for a mouth, their main defense mechanism is, busting. You see, as you can probably tell by looking at him, these bad boys are slimy. Really slimy. And when threatened, they use it as a f***ing weapon. Whenever something tries to eat them, they kick the slime production into overdrive, secreting a protein that instantly converts the surrounding ocean water into thick, sticky sludge in half a second. And I mean, you know, a load like that in half a second, incredibly impressive. Nothing to be embarrassed about at all. This slime then seeps into and clogs the gills of their predators, suffocating them to death.
Oh,
Then having
gross.
literally slimed their ops, they whip out an Uno reverse card and fucking eat them. This fish will...
Oh my god. That fish is kind of terrifying, I'm not gonna lie.
The Kraken is a real animal, just not the one you think it is.
Who's that Pokemon?
You see, when people hear tales of the Kraken, they
Same
assume
thieves.
that a bunch of sailors in the oldie times got absolutely shit-faced and ran into a giant squid. And to be fair, that's not a terrible assumption. Giant squid are f***ing kaiju-sized, coming in at 12 meters in length and 900 kilos in weight. So the assumption that they saw that shit and rightly assumed sea monster isn't too far-fetched.
Yeah.
However, there is a rather large hole in that giant squid theory. They don't live anywhere near the surface. They live down. Way down. Owning real estate at a depth of 1,000 meters below sea level in the twilight zone. So if these sailors didn't see Squidward's roided out brother, how the f*** do you explain the books of corroborating tales of long, tentacle-like appendages sticking out of the sea? Well, the answer is whales. But, where is the tentacle on a whale? Well, you see, during breeding season, blue whales reproduce by, conducting a locomotive on female whales. And in order to keep this train running on the tracks, male whales must wait their turn. And while waiting in the lobby, in order to stay prepared, the males tend to raise their gentleman's sausage out of the water and wave it around in the air. And the special sausage on a blue whale is around 3 meters long and 14 inches thick. So sailors who thought they were seeing a mythical monster from the depths were more than likely just seeing a pot of whales hitting weapon inspect on their schmeat.
Oh my god.
The Kraken is a real...
Oh my god.
Do you want a free gift?
Nope,
This
I don't want a
frog
free gift.
deliberately breaks its own bones. But why? Reason this is a hairy frog found on the west coast of Africa, and the reason it hits a brutality on itself, ironically enough, is self-defense. You see, these guys are small, coming in at an incredibly respectable 3 to 5 inches, and tipping the scales at only 150 grams, which is a problem, because they also inhabit the ecological equivalent of a fucking FromSoft game. Africa is one of the only places in the world that gives Australia a run for its money, with Mr. Frog here having to avoid birds, snakes, and rats on his walk to work. Now, in order to avoid this scenario, most frogs either run a high-level stealth build, or dress up like a fucking highlighter and cover themselves in everyone's favourite liquid. But the hairy frog has read one too many X-Men comics, because this thing actually has another name. The fucking Wolverine frog. Because these little guys have claws, but not traditional claws like a cat's, which are made of keratin and freely extend and retract without an issue.
Oh, look at him.
No, instead, the finger bones on a hairy frog's hind legs are held in place by a small bone at the tip of their fingers. And when threatened, they snap the longer bone off the tip and through their f***ing skin. And then, new weapon acquired, they employ the London self-defense strategy.
Oh my god. That is just like Wolverine. Wow. Wow. Nature's crazy. Like, you think, like, how did all this evolve this way? The other day, I was like, how did bed bugs evolve? Like, did we create the bed and then these bugs were like, hey yo, let's evolve to like live there? Or like where were they before beds? You know? Like, I don't know. Nature's wild. So wild. Hi, Ewok.
This is one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
Who's that Pokemon?
We got a boomer.
Introducing the horseshoe crab.
I used to be like really scared of those. And I also used to think that they were, I mean, of course, he just said they're like one of the oldest creatures on the planet. But like, I used to think that they were extinct, like dinosaur extinct. Until I found out they weren't. And then they kind of scared me a little bit.
Found under the sea in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. And when I said old, I didn't mean individually. These little guys disconnect from the server at around age 40. And as far as their actual lives go, they're kind of boring. They're bottom feeders with zero offensive capability, and the only reason they have a tail is that without it, they would die if you flipped them onto their backs.
Oh.
No, when I say old, I mean as a species. Because these things are walking fossils that have been running the exact same basic ass build, completely unchanged, for millions of years. How many?
Is that Cosmos?
Millions? Well, here is a list of events that this little guy's family
Was he
tree
making
has lived through.
Was that
The fall of Rome.
Was that Neil?
The evolution of humankind.
Go back, I want to be monkey.
The Ice Age. God tossing a rock at the big-ass lizards. Hell, this little fucker watched the first fish crawl onto land and was underwater when the first tree spawned. But I think the best way I can put this into perspective is that not unlike the way the Earth orbits the Sun orbits the Milky Way. Now, this process takes around 225 million years to complete. The horseshoe crab has done it twice! This plant explodes. But
Okay.
what you see, this is a squirting cucumber. Stop giggling. I see you laughing.
Oh my
Stop it.
God.
This is serious. These things are found worldwide, and to understand where this thing got its name, you need to understand how most plants spread their seeds. You see, most of the time, plants store their seeds in their fruit. Birds then swoop down, grab their food at the drive-thru, eat it, and fuck off. They then digest the flesh of the fruit, but shit out the seeds. Seeds hit the ground, get fertilized, and the cycle begins anew. But the squirter is poisonous. Every single part of the plant is toxic, so if Tweety here eats it, he's gonna become a KFC family bucket. So if that's the case, how does it spread its seed? Well, same way you do.
Oh my
See,
God.
the cuke stores its seeds in the fruits as well, but the fruits are made up of very soft cells, and as they grow, they slowly fill with moisture. This moisture causes them to swell and inflate, increasing pressure on the inside of the fruit. That pressure builds. The fruit stretches until finally
He does not have to make it this sexual. Oh my God.
all that pressure is too much for the stem to bear, and it pops out like the pin in a grenade. With that opening, all those seeds and all that pressure finally has somewhere to go. So, in order to spread its seed far and wide, it busts.
Oh God.
This plant... Spiders are scary, but hey, at least they can't get you in the water.
Oh my God. Those spiders are blah. I don't know what this is, but it reminds me of our wolf spiders we have here. And like, oh, I'm fine with spiders, but I want to know where they're at. It's when I get a jump scare from a spider that I'm just like, I'll nope out, you know? Okay, sorry.
Spiders are scary, but hey, at least they can't get you in the water, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that nightmare is a fishing spider. Native
Oh.
to the land down under, because of course it fucking is.
Yeah.
You may be wondering why the fuck this thing is pulling a Jesus. Well, you see, fishing spiders have no webs, which means they can't just wait for a fly to clothesline itself when they're hungry. No, when they want to feed, they gotta hop in the ute, drive down to the waterfront, and get ready to do some serious fishing. Now, last I checked, spiders can't just go down to BCF and buy a fishing rod. No, these little guys need to get hands-on, or should I say feet, because they start their hunt by resting their forelegs on the water's surface. These legs are covered in incredibly sensitive hairs, which detect tiny little ripples and vibrations from the water, basically giving them their prey's fucking IP address. Not only finding their location, but also doxing what fucking species it is.
What?
Uncooked fish finger located. All that's left to do is, you know, go out and grab him. But, how? Well, no, he's not wearing 4 pairs of Frostwalker boots. Those long legs are also coated in hydrophobic hair. This allows them to put their weight on the water without breaking the surface tension. This means that when they see
Oh,
their
that's
prey,
crazy.
they can simply Jesus towards it at Mach 5 and fucking grab it. Biting it with venomous fangs that inject You guessed it!
Say the line, Bart.
Neurotoxin. And once it's paralysed, they drag it back to the shore and have a feed. Ah, wait, this one's too small, we gotta throw him back.
Be free!
Spiders are scary.
They have to be like, I mean, I know those little fish were little, but like, that's still a big spider to get a fish.
This is the world's deadliest tree.
Okay.
Introducing the manchineel tree, found in the United States of America and the Caribbean, and you may be wondering, what makes it so deadly? And the answer is that when growing this thing, God used the same design philosophy that Miyazaki uses when he puts a swamp in a FromSoft game. Because even thinking about the fucking thing will poison you.
Leave me alone!
The entire tree, from root to stem, contains more toxicity than a league lobby, and that starts with the sap. This thick, sticky, white substance is not only found inside the tree, but thinly coats the entire thing, not unlike the sock under your bed.
Was that a donut?
This is a problem because it contains 3 separate toxins that will seep into your system if you so much as f***ing brush the thing, causing severe itching, swelling, and chemical burns.
Oh my god.
Getting toxic shock from just touching the thing isn't enough for you? Well, you'll be happy to know that eating the fruit on it can just kill you. Yeah, what the sap does to your skin, the fruit essentially does to your throat and internal organs. So just a few bites of Satan's apple here will cause you to start choking before you experience the worst stomach pain of your entire life, collapse to the ground, puke your guts up, and then start shitting them out. But the f***ed up part is even if you don't eat the fruit or touch the tree, it can still poison you.
What?
How? Well, let's say you're walking outside and suddenly it starts pissing down with rain.
Oh
Then
my
quickly,
god.
You run for cover under the branches of a tree, a manchineel tree. The rain hits the leaves and the branches of the tree, mixes with the toxic sap, and then falls directly onto your fucking head. This is...
Okay. I do not want to go near those
This
trees.
tree grows grenades.
More trees.
You see, this is a sandbox tree, native to South America, and before we even address the frag grenades growing in the branches, we are going to start at the bottom of the tree, because I feel it's important that you understand that this tree was designed from the roots up by God himself to f***ing hurt you. Growing up to a staggering 60 meters in height. The first phase of the f***ing boss fight that is this tree is the giant, inch-long, rock-solid bark combat knives covering the thing from top to bottom.
Oh my god.
Now, if Groot's cousin being armed like the average British resident was not enough to stop you from getting too close, touching the tree will immediately make you realise it is not ribbed for your pleasure. It's for your fucking poison. Yep, as if the spikes weren't enough, the sap of the sandbox tree is very fucking toxic.
Is it the tree in Pluribus? Actually, if it's not, it maybe. I don't know.
Causing severe itching and rashes on contact, and if you some fucking how get it into your eye, it will temporarily blind you.
Oh my god.
That all pales in comparison to what you came here for. The reason, the other name for this thing, is the fucking dynamite tree. The fruit. You see, these fruits aren't meant to be eaten. In fact, they're poisonous. Put it in your mouth, you'll cramp up, vomit, and shit yourself. They are made to spread the seeds of the sandbox tree in the most American way humanly possible. Explosions. The fruits are basically seed-filled time bombs. As once mature, they begin to dry out. As they dry, they shrink, and they slowly begin bending against their stems. The tension gets too high, snaps the fibers, holding it against the stem, and the whole thing explodes like a fucking frag grenade, sending seeds flying up to 240 kilometers an hour.
Oh my god. I'm not that afraid of trees. I love trees.
This turtle
Now I'm starting to be like, I might check a tree once or twice before I, go hug it.
This turtle breathes through its butt. No, this is not a joke. This is a Fitzroy River turtle, native to the land down under, and as with most of the shit found in God's drafts folder, its existence begs a single question. Fucking why? Well,
'Cause
these
he's a
little guys
turtle.
are freshwater bottom feeders, snatching and consuming the children of aquatic insects and munching down on the occasional ribbonweed salad.
Oh.
And as with most river turtle species, this requires them to spend most of their time in the water. Now, rather than doing what most turtles do and developing an insane lung capacity, the Fitzroy decided to evolve a set of gills alongside their lungs to allow them to stay underwater for 3 weeks at a time.
Hello, how are you?
3 weeks later.
I am under the water.
However, when placing the gills, God was absolutely fucking plastered. And instead of placing them on the neck like a normal animal, he slipped on a beer can and not only placed them on its ass, but inside of it. And you know what makes this even worse? Turtles do not have a single-purpose hole like you or me. They have a cloaca, which is the fucking Swiss Army knife of holes. This means that Fitzroy River turtles shit, piss, breathe, and fucking mate
Oh
out of
my
the
god.
same hole.
That's the turtle in the
Australia
shoe.
has dancing
Okay, this is spotter warning.
spiders. Allow me to introduce you to the land down under's most fabulous arachnid, the peacock spider. Now, this 8-legged pride flag is not remotely dangerous to humans. It's got full venom, tiny fangs, and as far as size goes, they're the spider equivalent of a fucking gnome.
Look how
What
cute!
makes these little guys interesting is their love lives. You see, not unlike normal peacocks, it's only the males of the species that are running the RGB gamer lights. But why are they built like a Razer laptop? Well, because spiders can't just post up with a dead fly on Tinder and start swiping. No, the boys here have to attract a lady the old-fashioned way. Shake an ass. You see, in order to find a mate, peacock spiders head out to the club and find a lady across the dance floor. They then lock eyes with her, and as the song changes, they raise that coloured dump truck to the sky, start playing Dance Dance f***ing Revolution, baby. Now, as he dances, the female spider watches very closely, not only paying attention to the movements of the dance, but also the fucking vibrations. And if our protagonist here can nail Osu Valentine's Edition just right, the female spider will slowly approach, lean in for a kiss, and... But, here's the thing. If he f***ed up the dance, he fails the charisma check. And if he f***s the charisma check, he's no longer boyfriend material.
Oh no.
He's a f***ing Happy Meal.
Oh
Australia has dancing...
no! Oh my god! The dance is life or death.
Want to
Holy
create
shit.
your private A.
Australia just found a new insect.
Who's that Pokemon?
And in a certified Australia moment, it is unironically called the f***ing Lucifer bee. Because of course we have the Satan bee.
Yeah,
The snakes
that makes
and the
sense.
spiders and the
The toilet snakes? I would love to go to Australia, but the toilet snakes, once again, I'm okay with snakes, but if I don't know where they're at, I could get jump scared by like a rabbit. I need you to know where things are. Toilet snakes are a no-go.
dinosaurs weren't enough. No. Now I gotta dodge a rejected doom enemy on my walk to work. Discovered in the closest climate to hell on Earth, Western Australia, these bad boys were named after the Lord of Hell for 2 reasons. The first of which being the giant fucking demon horns bolted to their heads. Now, those horns aren't just there to look scary. They're actually a defensive mechanism to protect the demon bees from bigger predators. However, only the ladies of the species stay strapped, as the horns are only found on females, meaning a more accurate name for these absolute girl bosses is the Karlak bee. But a pair of spirit Halloween horns can't be the only reason they're named after the devil, right? I mean, there's gotta be fucking something else. Like, do they spit fire? Maybe they've got a pitchfork for a stinger that injects you with fucking acid venom. The answer to that is, no. It's a normal fucking honeybee. The actual reason is that lead researcher, Dr. Kit Prendergast, was watching the fucking Netflix show.
Biggest cock I've ever seen.
And this isn't even the first time she's done something like this. She named another species after her pet dog. Fucking based.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, like, that's respectable. She's just like, I'm gonna name it whatever the fuck I want to name it.
Isn't a tree. It's a fucking bird. Introducing the tawny frogmouth, a species of bird.
Look at it! Oh my god! Oh my god, it's so cute.
Bird found in the land down under, and Australia's very own avian equivalent of a maxed out Skyrim stealth build. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, it can't be that stealthy. I can see it. Yeah, you can. You can see that one. Did you see the one right fucking next to it? Now, the important question is, why the fuck do these things have predator camo? Well,
Oh my God.
there's 2 reasons. First of all being, it's fucking Australia.
Fair.
You see, these bad boys are primarily nocturnal, staying on the move during the night and dive bombing unaware insects to meet their bulking goals. However, that means that during the day, they sleep. And in a country where at any point you can be bitten, mauled, stung, or fucking drop-kicked to death, laying down in the wrong spot can turn a short nap into the forever sleep. So, in order to prevent themselves from becoming an item on a snake's KFC order, these tactical chickens evolved the ghillie suit to basically allow them to fucking disappear. Being practically invisible allows them to unlock their second passive, fucking DoorDash. You see, these guys are so fucking good at cosplaying a stick that not only do predators mistake them for Groot, but so does their prey. And so, whenever they take a nap, they just leave their mouths open a little bit.
Oh my god.
And whenever some poor ant just tries to walk his way to work, he instead DoorDashes himself directly into its fucking mouth.
Little ant's just like, okay, I'm going to work. Goodbye.
I want you to imagine you're cave diving. You turn a corner.
Wait. Shoebill. Wait, what's the shoebill bird? So, Soft, Eel has sent me the photos of, like, the pelicans that, like, turn their... they, like, I don't even know how... I don't know exactly what it is, but, like, they go, like, inside out. Is that what you're talking about? I hate it.
I want you to imagine you're cave diving. You turn a corner and see a spider web the size of the fucking wall. I regret to inform you that no, this is not fake. This is an actual photo from the inside of a cave on the Greek-Albanian border, where scientists have discovered the world's largest spider web, located in a portion of the cave crammed to the brim with sulfur that has quite literally never seen the light of God. This wall of white sticky stuff spans 1,100 square fucking feet. That is the size of a 2-bedroom fucking house. However, finding the average Australian home on the wall of a cave at Y11 brings up a far scarier question. What the fuck built it? Well, to the relief of many, no, we did not discover a giant spider lair. Nor is this the result of a single spider with creative mode and world edit. No, it's far fucking worse. Because this web is the arachnid equivalent of getting the boys on for a 2-week Minecraft phase. Because this web is a collaborative effort. It was built by 111,000 fucking spiders. I want you to...
Oh my god, that guy touched that. I would not. There's no way. Oh my god. Thank you for the follow.
Pond is hiding something scary. No, not that. It's worse. You see, these are cranberries, a small red fruit used in juice,
Love cranberries.
sauces, and even alcohol. However, unlike many fruits which grow in luscious green fields, cranberries grow in a fucking swamp. However, sharing a postcode with Shrek doesn't exempt cranberries from pest control issues. But rather than dumping enough toxic chemicals on the cranberry bog to qualify it as a League of Legends lobby, cranberry farmers decided to use a more interesting form of pest control. Fucking wolf spiders.
Oh my gosh.
That's right, in order to prevent a horde of bugs from devouring these innocent cranberries, our brave hell spiders are deployed to the field to protect against the horde. Which works great. Until they flood the fields to harvest the cranberries, at which point the highly venomous wolf spiders start to look for the closest high point. And if you're picking the berries, that's you.
Oh my god.
This
I'm telling you, wolf spiders. My grandmother used to like punch them. Like she would kill them by just like taking her knuckle and like punching them. Great grandmother. Sorry, great grandmother. Still, that's crazy. Ooh.
This shrimp has a gun. No, this isn't a Fortnite.
Is this a mantis, or are they called mantis shrimps? The ones that punch things?
Skin. This is a real fucking animal, and it's called the pistol shrimp. Now,
oh, no.
Unsurprisingly, being named after a firearm, of course it's fucking native to the United States of America. Where the fuck else do you think you were going to find it? However, they can actually be found expressing their Second Amendment rights over the majority of the globe too. Now, coming in at a huge 2 inches, it is not the size of his body that makes him special, but the caliber of the big iron on his hip. Or should I say big claw?
Oh,
You
God.
see, that oversized right pincher isn't just because he forgot to, switch hands while doing homework. No, mate, that claw is basically fucking Mega Man's arm cannon. But last I checked, they can't call in an ammo resupply under the sea. So how does the claw become a gun? The answer is bubble. You see, these bad boys hunt smaller shrimp, and they start that hunt by jumping off the fucking battle bus and looking for prey. Once they get within effective range, they will literally cock their claw like the hammer on a revolver. Weapon ready, they line up the shot, take aim, and...
Counter-terrorists win.
They snap their claws together so fucking fast, it causes an underwater vacuum creating an explosive cavitation bubble hotter than the surface of the sun. This
What?
bubble is then launched at the enemy at over 100k an hour. The bubble then connects with the smaller shrimp and f***ing flashbangs it. This either kills it outright or stuns it long enough to be consumed. Poor little fucker got quickscoped by Faye Shrimp.
Holy shit.
This
Oh my god. Is it really that like hot?
Aussie
Hotter? He said it was hotter. The bubble was hotter than the sun. Oh my god. That's crazy.
farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens. But what was actually causing it is so much funnier. This is a wallaby, the kangaroo's vertically challenged little cousin. Now, to get a little more specific, this is a Bennett's wallaby, native to my home state of Tasmania. And that location is very important to the story. Tassie is home to a lot of things. Beautiful views, a seal with a felony record, and the nut. However, one thing they tend to leave off the tourism brochures is drugs.
Drugs?
Tasmania is the world's largest exporter of legal opium, the main ingredient in opioid painkillers like morphine, with this one tiny island producing 50% of global supply. Now, opium comes from poppy milk, and to get poppy milk, you need to milk poppies. And to produce that 50% of global supply, Tasmanian farmers grow huge fields of these things across the north of the state. However, because throwing these flowers into a crafting table gives you f***ing narcotics, these fields are legally required to be under extremely tight security. Which is why these same poppy farmers became extremely confused when f***ing crop circles showed up in the plant equivalent of a f***ing Town Hall 9 Clash of Clans base. They were
Oh my
understandably
God.
absolutely f***ing bewildered by this, and some people
Yeah,
even
aliens.
thought it was aliens.
Clearly.
So to figure out whether or not it was a Halo Elite drawing this shit, they set up some cameras. And what they saw was this little shit breaking into the field, eating the milk-filled buds, getting absolutely f***eyed, and then hopping in circles until he passed the f*** out. They thought the f***ing Covenant were invading, and it was a drink-driving wallaby. Aussie farmers thought they were being attacked by aliens.
Was it just one? It had to be multiple, right? Was it just one? Oh my god.
Australia just found a new shark. And of course, being from the land down, Australia just found a new shark. And of course, being from the land down under, it's fucking weird. Introducing the brand new Western Australian
What is
lantern
that?
shark. As the name suggests, discovered by a team of scientists off the coast of Western Australia. Now, as with the overwhelming majority of weird shit in the ocean, the Ozempic shark here is found in the deep sea, sharing a postcode with the anglerfish, that one xenomorph shark, and now, despite the word shark,
What was that?
making most people think of something a little closer in size to, I don't know, Bruce, Slenderman's fish sonar over here only grows up to 30 centimeters. This little guy shares a weight class with a fucking foot long. But I mean, honestly, I still personally think 30 centimeters is way too big. He could be just as good as the other sharks if he was, let's just say 3 inches. However, other than being built like a fishy USB cable and owning a property in rock bottom, what makes him so weird? Simple. He fucking glows.
Throwing flashbang.
But fucking why? Well, you see, these bad boys are found in the twilight zone of the ocean, around 1.2 kilometers below the surface. A place so fucking far down, it sees less sunlight than the inside of a gacha addict's room. And so, lantern sharks evolved bioluminescence on their gills and fins in order to fucking communicate with one another. The glow...
That shark just, like, looks dead. It just looks dead.
...is the evolutionary equivalent of a fucking indicator, showing that a literal abyss shark is more intelligent than your average BMW driver. Australia,
oh my God.
There is a competition in America where they vote on the fattest bear. That's right, lads. Fuck the Super Bowl. I'm about to introduce you to the most important American sporting event of the year, Fat Bear Week. Hosted by the Katmai National Park and Preserve in Alaska every year from the 23rd to the 30th of September, the public watches as Winnie and Paddington fight it out to see who is the most absolute of units. And this year's highest calorie Kumamane has been crowned. But before that, how the f*** does Fat Bear Week work? Simple. See, the event is held in the lead up to hibernation season, while all of these bears are at the peak of their bulk. Now, while it's running, the park allows the public to view live stream footage from all of their trail cams. These cameras capture all the park's brown bears, allowing us to observe Freddy's fat-ass cousins like we just got a job at f***ing Fazbear Entertainment. Each bear caught on camera is assigned a number and occasionally a name. We, the people, then vote on the contestants day by day, pitting them against one another in a fucking single elimination tournament bracket, determining with our votes which bear most closely resembles a pyro commission until one bear is crowned the victor. Now, you may think this is just some silly little event, but no, over the years, there has been fucking voter fraud, a manhunt for a missing hiker, and one year the trail cams caught one contestant beating to death and eating another bear. But now, to answer the question you've all been waiting for, the winner of the 2025 Fat Bear Week is 32 Chunk, winning with a broken jaw. They named that f***er after the render distance you need to load in his entire body at once.
Oh my God. Okay, that's in September. We have to be ready. We have to be ready to look at some bears in September. Oh my God.